Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about fleas, worms and ticks. I'm going to start off with fleas. Prevention really is better than cure with fleas, so what you should do is get like a spot on. You can get this from most pet retailers or from the vets, which you put on the back of the neck, which works for about a month, and you have to do that every month. If you get into a routine of doing it like the first day of every month, it'll be easier to keep track of it. This way, like, the fleas won't climatise to your dog, because you always have the cycle quite regular. If your dog or cat has got fleas, it's better to use a vet strength one. Well, that's what I'd recommend anyway, because the ones that some people sell in pets, like beef, Bob Martin and things like that, are really, really good. But if your pet has got fleas, it's better to get a vet strength one to kind of get rid of it as soon as possible. If you have noticed fleas on the pet, the chances are they will be in the house as well. 95% of fleas are actually in the house rather than on the pet. So try and keep your pet confined to one room so that they're not going around to the whole house. And you need to spray every kind of dark area, like under the sofas, the carpets. You can get some sprays from pet retailers again, but not all of them do the whole of the life cycle, because obviously you've got eggs, pupae. I can't actually quite remember how the cycle goes, but some of them don't kill the pupae, so you need to read the back of the packet to make sure that they do, otherwise you've got to do it multiple times. Also, hoover sometimes helps. If you hoover everywhere, every crevice, the heat and the vibration can sometimes wake the fleas up, and you'll be able to try and get them all. Any bedding, like even your bedding, if the dog slept on it or theirs, should be washed on an 80-degree wash to try and kill any sign of fleas, eggs and everything. Some sprays cover a wider area, so you have to check the back of the packet again to see how many sprays are in there, because it's got different sized area that you can spray. Once you've treated the house and everything, keep an eye on your pet to see. Obviously you might, I know it sounds gross, but you might find like little red marks on yourself where the fleas have actually bitten you. So there will be signs of, like, if they haven't been killed as such. And then you can do the whole process again with the home. Don't treat your animal again. You have to get veterinary advice for that as well, because if you treat your animal too many times, it can be very harmful. That's why they say obviously to do it once a month. Also, when fleas can actually carry tapeworm as well. So this is like contracted when, say, the dog ingests a flea, it can also ingest the worm as well. On some worming packets, like, you have to worm every 3 months. On some worming packets, it doesn't say that it includes tapeworm. Most times they only include like roundworm and lungworm. Tapeworm is one of the most common ones, because obviously the fleas carry it as well, so you have to check that. I think that most vets ones do it, but obviously if you ask them, they'll be able to tell you. If your animal's got worms, then it can be very irritable. Like, it's such an irritant for the animal. You have to take them straight to the vets and get some proper medication for them. You need to get some proper advice. Like, don't worry about taking them there, don't be worried about it, anything like that, because I've seen a lot worse cases. That's about it on the worms, really. With ticks, you can get some flea treatments that have tick prevention in there as well. If not, if you've noticed a tick on your animal, you can get like a freeze spray, which kind of kills the tick on the skin, or some tweezers. What you do is you have to put the tweezers on and then twist and pull it out. If you just pull it out straight away, the little pincers at the front can get stuck into the skin and it can actually cause an infection. But this should really be done within like the first 48 hours of when you notice the tick, because that's when the infection can start setting in. If you're too worried about it, just take them to the vets and they do it really quickly. It's a really quick procedure. But obviously it's quite obvious if there is a tick there, that you can see it above the skin. Once you've got it out, you can just throw it in the bin or anything like that. Just make sure you dispose of it nicely. I think that's it for today, really. Just wanted to update you all on what different things there are out there for the parasites. Chances are most pets are going to have one of these in their life. But as I say, prevention is key. If you treat your animal, with fleas once a month and then worms every 3 months, you've got less chance of your pet contracting them. So it's better to do that rather than have the treatment, because it costs a lot more money. I hope I helped some of you with this video. I'll see you next week.